to have you on the show tonight, fellas. We're going to be looking at some of the old promos a little later on. But look, I guess, Coach Slater, the big news today is it's all smooth sailing for the Maroons in camp. Latrell Mitchell scratched with that calf injury. What do you make of the situation? And I guess, in a way, a silver lining for you, but they do bring in another big name in Stephen Crichton.
Yeah, look, I think what we focus on is the strengths of the players that are going to be there, and you know, Stephen Crichton's a great player, so we've got to make sure that we're aware of his strengths and what he brings to the team and his dangers. But at the end of the day, Brace, it's, you know, our game doesn't change. You know, it doesn't matter who we're playing. We need to get the strengths of our players out in our game, and that's been a big priority and a big focus for us this week.
Hey, Billy, I want to ask you how tough it was for you to drop some of those players that have played a fair bit, particularly Dane Gagai. That can't have been easy for you, and Ponga, and there's others as well who have represented Queensland and done it so proudly and brilliantly over the last few years. But Gagai's been there a long time, and I must admit, I didn't think his form was all that bad.
Yeah, there's some tough decisions to make when you're standing in these shoes that I'm wearing at the moment. So, look, they've all got different circumstances. You know, I've heard, you know, people, including Gal, sitting on the desk there tonight, saying that, you know, 7 players changed from last year's Game 3. Well, if you break it down, you know, they've all got different circumstances. Munster and Murray Taulagi, you know, they both missed Game 3 through COVID 3 days before the game. Jeremiah Nanai's suspended. Josh Papali'i, he's retired. So that goes down to 4. Kalen Ponga's a situation that's pretty unique. You know, so too is Kurt Capewell. So, look, when you break it down, you get all the information. You know, it's not all that many changes. The Dane Gagai one was really tough, and that was a really tough phone call for myself. We get the opportunity to make some good phone calls to some young debutants like Rhys Walsh. But, you know, calling some guys that you've got a great relationship with, that I've played alongside and I've also coached, you know, to make those tough decisions with what I think is for the best thing for Queensland and the best thing for the team, yeah, they're not easy.
JT, you're a guy who loved a good platform being laid by your forwards. Now, you passed Yo and Pengai up against Fleckler, Carrigan and Collins. What are you expecting from the Queensland forwards there?
Yeah, no doubt. They've got a big job in front of them, but we're very confident they'll get the job done through that middle part of the field. We all know that you need those big boys going forward, but they also need to keep the middle of the ruck pretty tight as well defensively. So, yeah, we're very happy with the forwards that we've got on our side, and like I said, we're confident they'll go out there and do a really good job for us.
Billy, how have you found working with Rhys Walsh? And I guess the over-exuberance of youth could create some issues for him at some stages of the game. Are you willing to live and die by that, or have you had any advice about being a little bit more conservative? Do you just want him to play his own game?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed the week with Rhys. It's not my first dealing with Rhys, Gus. I spent a bit of time with him last year. He was in camp with us last year. Obviously didn't get the chance to play, and also spent some time with him when he was selected to play for Queensland in 2021. Unfortunately didn't get the chance to take the field due to a hamstring injury, but I've watched Rhys really closely this year, and you know, I can see beneath the surface of what he brings to his footy team. There's much more to Rhys Walsh than what we see on the highlights reel. He's building a real good foundation of that fullback position. His positional plays improved a whole heap, and he's more ready now than he's ever been. I'm really looking forward to seeing him play for Queensland. What do I want from Rhys Walsh? I want Rhys to be Rhys. I want him to go out and express himself and be the player that he wants to be. He's got a lot of energy, and that's good for the team. But he's a wonderful player. He's a good young man, and loved having him around all week.
We can't wait to watch him in action. Now, before we let you guys go, JT, conditions update. Just how cold is Adelaide at this time of year, please?
Not sure if you can see the smoke coming out of my mouth, but she's pretty cold here. So I'm on the sideline too Wednesday night, so no doubt I'll be extremely rugged up.
JT
so.
gets cold in,
There was no
you
smoke.
get cold in Townsville. It's not that cold.
He's got to tilt his head to the
It's not
side to
cold.
get the effect with the black background. So no.
It's not working.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Nah,
we got,
still nothing.
we got what we're after,
well,
mate. Well done.
there we go.
You
Who knows your breath?
You can take the boy out of Townsville, but you can't take Townsville out of the boy. Good on you, fellas. JT, Billy, thanks so much, and we'll see you Wednesday night. Bring it on.
Thanks, boys.
Thanks.